9 steps to your first million. Have you ever wondered what exactly you need to do to make your first $1 million? You've probably watched countless videos on how to make money, but this isn't just one of those videos. You see, to make your first million, there are certain steps you need to take to ensure you're successful. These are not just mere steps, but they're rules that will guide you. So what rules are we talking about? 1. Say yes to everything, because later you have to say no to almost everything. When you set out to make your first million, you'll likely have very few opportunities coming your way. The key is to say yes to everything in the beginning, even if the gig seems small or completely unrelated to your end goals. Grab every chance that comes along to gain broad experience, make connections in various circles, pick up valuable skills, get your name out there, and bring in some cash while you're at it. At first, you'll probably have the time and capacity to take on multiple projects simultaneously without getting overwhelmed. This will allow you to experiment with different revenue streams, collaborate with diverse partners, and expand your expertise. Once you gain traction in your chosen field and the money starts flowing more freely, you'll have to get much more selective and start saying no to things that seem off mission, even if they offer quick money. Your time will become much more valuable, and you'll want to allocate it very intentionally to the tasks that align perfectly with your newly defined personal goals and brand. 2. Replace negative distractions with positive ones. Time-wasting temptations will inevitably arise on your road to wealth. Social media, random web surfing, excessive TV viewing, video games, they all have a way of sucking away hours that could be better spent on profit-generating tasks. But simply punching your way through abstinence rarely works. Instead of just forcefully eliminating the distracting habit, actively fill that time with a new activity that energizes you, fuels your motivation, and moves you toward your financial goals. Maybe that's reading inspirational entrepreneur interviews, listening to educational podcasts, networking with influencers in your field, visualizing your ideal future lifestyle, or developing skills that increase your earning potential. The key is that these new habits need to stimulate the reward centers in your brain, helping you feel engaged, inspired, and flooded with ideas and momentum. If you just try to sit there resisting temptation, you'll quickly lose resolve, get bored, and probably dove right back into the shallow content hole. 3. Master leverage. Trying to do everything yourself on the path to wealth is an exercise in futility. There are only so many hours in the day, and you can't clone yourself to get more done. The key concept is leverage, finding ways to multiply your efforts. This allows you to move the needle on results in ways that doing it all on your never could. Start by identifying business processes that can be systemized, standardized, and eventually automated or outsourced. These might be things like fulfilling orders, managing social media, bookkeeping, and appointment setting. Come up with documented procedures, find software that can take over, or hire employees. It might cost something up front, but it frees up your time for higher value tasks. 4. Specialize first, then generalize later. It can be enticing when starting a business to offer a huge menu of products and services to appear like a one-stop shop that meets every need imaginable. While it seems like that breadth of offering would attract more customers, it actually just segments your focus and dilutes your efforts. When starting out, it's essential to ignore the temptation of scope and specialize intently instead. Pick the one niche service you'll hang your hat on and set out to genuinely be the best in your region, if not the world, at that one thing. Become known as the go-to expert people seek out when they need that specific help. Dominate that tightly defined category through both offline word of mouth and targeted online content centered around it. Over time, you can leverage this authority, trust, and client pipeline to expand into additional offerings that align with your brand. But when starting out, hyper-specialization brings faster results. 5. Stop waiting for customers to come to you. When first starting out, you might be tempted to adopt a build it and they will come approach. Let's say you perfect your offerings, set up flashy websites, and then wait expectantly for waves of customers to show up so the sales roll in. However, oftentimes, this never happens. The cold, hard truth is that no one is searching for an unknown business run by someone they've never heard of. No matter how amazing your products and services are, you have to actively put them in front of their ideal audience repeatedly until the message sinks in. Sales don't just organically materialize because you open for business. That means initially targeting more niche communities who would potentially benefit from and appreciate your solutions. Seek them out where they already gather, like hobbyist forums, trade publications, enthusiast blogs, or specialty associations and networks. Don't rely solely on accidental search engine discoveries. Go directly to narrow but fertile ground. With the right strategy, your business will start booming and you'll get closer to your million-dollar goal. 6. Find the right influencers. Trying to personally persuade every potential customer you encounter is an impossible task. No matter how good you are, you still need help finding the right customers. One thing most people don't know is that a single client can help you achieve your million-dollar dream. But you can't get that client if you don't know the right people. For instance, if you're into real estate, you can make friends with a popular account that has contacts with wealthy people. If you get close enough to such a person, they can give you the contacts of a few of their clients who probably need a house. The more access you have to leading industry influencers, the better your chances are of getting new contacts that can help you and your business flourish. 7. Look for the right habits. It's easy to believe overnight success stories and viral fame anomalies when you see riches accumulate rapidly. But the unexciting truth is that slowly and steadily building wealth happens through small, positive money habits compounding over decades. Getting rich is a marathon, not a sprint. Cultivating an intentional lifestyle of smart financial behaviors prepares that fertile soil for prosperity to blossom, even if it takes some time to see the fruits. Here are a few key habits that prime the pump. Pay yourself first. Automatically divert a percentage of each paycheck to savings before spending temptations arise. Start small if needed, but make it consistent. Watching that nest egg incrementally expand keeps your motivation high. Spend selectively. Minimize frivolous expenditures that give momentary pleasure but no lasting value. Dining out, convenience upgrades, and status symbol accessorizing slow progress. Invest in assets that appreciate over time instead of just consuming disposable goods. These habits may seem minor day to day, but craft the foundations necessary for next-level expansion. 8. Track your savings and expenses. It's astonishing how much money leaks through the cracks when you don't actively monitor where it's going. Random subscriptions, auto-renewing, vague PayPal charges accumulating. They collectively drain potential capital. Carefully tracking all spending illuminates the money holes. Use whatever method fits your style, whether a basic spreadsheet, written ledger, or financial management app. The key is itemizing everything spent each month, categorizing the reason, and tallying the totals across groups like housing, food, and transportation. This accountability check reframes assumptions about where the money actually goes. Analyze recurrent over-budget items and identify where cutbacks make sense. Note timing quirks too, like birthdays and holidays or seasonal equipment. Understanding precise outflow patterns allows pragmatic savings goals per category. You can earmark expected future windfalls like tax refunds to accelerate debt payments. Monitoring your income and expenditure gives you a clear picture of where you're heading with your finances. That way, you know if you're growing wealth or not. 9. Protect your credit score. Your credit score heavily influences your ability to access large, low-interest business loans and financing options to grow. It also impacts whether landlords will rent property space to you, vendors will work with you on net 30 terms, and how much your future clients will trust you. So pay all bills on time consistently, set automated payments and calendar reminders if needed. Even one-time missed payments of 30-plus days can drop your rating significantly. Your score factors in the total history of meeting obligations, so long-term consistent payments directly improve it. Your personal and business credit scores are key pillars of financial reputability. protecting and improving them through diligent monitoring and management will get you access to seven-figure lines of credit needed to scale rapidly toward your first million in income. There are several ways you can build wealth, but these 9 steps will help usher you to your million-dollar dream. So stick to them and your finances will skyrocket. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to this, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we post amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.